What would you say if I ask you what your dream vacation destination is? A majority of you would say France, Italy, Spain, or Greece, right? But what is so unique and special about these places? The answer is simple: the Mediterranean Sea. It has clear blue waters, which are popular all over the world and are stamped all over social media. Welcome. You're listening to TALRadio, powered by Touch Alive Foundation, and this is Foodology. I'm radio host Devansh, and on this show, I talk about the enormous world of a little word called food. The entire Mediterranean region has very special and unique features. A climate of hot, dry summers, humid and cool winters, and a generally hilly landscape. It doesn't only have a very rich biodiversity, but also a large number of species that do not exist anywhere in the world. Such a climate has profound influence on the region's vegetation. Where water is bountiful, wetlands are quite common, ranging from tiny coastal lagoons to vast deltas around the coastlines. And these harbor hundreds of species of endemic fish, amphibians, and insects, which in turn attracts huge flocks of migratory birds. Italian cuisine boasts to be one of the best in the world, and a major factor contributing to that is olives and olive oil. The versatile olive fruit can be eaten as an appetizer, either on its own or stuffed, or used as cooking ingredient, and this ingredient is a staple of the Mediterranean cuisine. If you tuned in last week, you'd know all about the rich and extravagant history of olives. With fascinating ancient ruins, captivating artwork, immersive coastlines, and legendary cuisine, the Mediterranean is a feast for all your senses. From natural beauty to vibrant cities, enticing recipes to the relaxed paced life, it is the place to be. From a historic point of view, it is a pivotal place as it is the cradle of civilization. The first human beings emerged in this region, and as they made their way to Asia to the east and Europe to the north, they had to either tour around the Mediterranean or cross it. As such, most of these civilizations grew around it. Such magnificent civilizations have scattered all around the basin, from east to west and from north to south, from Mesopotamia to Egypt, from Anatolia, Troy to Macedonia, from the Greek city-states to Phoenician civilization, the Roman Empire, the Ottoman Empire, and whatnot. To run those magnificent empires, people definitely needed a lot of resources, and this region, without doubt, had abundant. Among these resources comes the dietary and nutritional needs, which was satisfied by a plethora of healthy, empowering fruits, vegetables, and seafood. The eating pattern of the people of Mediterranean region has been termed as the Mediterranean diet. Many researchers in this field have found that this diet, or this eating pattern, or this lifestyle, whatever you may call it, along with abundant resources, were a major contributor which enabled the people of this region to build, maintain, and conquer civilizations. These researchers have sparked a newfound interest in this diet in the recent times. In fact, this diet was named the best in the world. In addition to maintaining its top position as the best diet, the traditional eating pattern of the Mediterranean region has also grabbed the top spot in the best diets for healthy eating, easiest diets to follow, best diets for diabetes, and best plant-based diets. But what exactly is Mediterranean diet? Mediterranean diet simply means following the traditional eating pattern of the people living in the Mediterranean region, like Greece, Italy, France, Spain, etc. This diet trend focuses on including more green produce, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and olive oil. Poultry, fish, and red meat consumption are limited to weekly basis, while dairy products are consumed in moderation. Being physically active and having red wine in moderation is also a part of this diet culture. The ancient Mediterranean diet focused on 7 biblical species, such as wheat, barley, grapes, figs, pomegranates, olives, and date honey. Together with other indigenous foods from the Middle East that radiated out of the cradle of civilization in Mesopotamia. A wide range of vegetable products were already being consumed in the Roman times, like onions, leeks, cabbage, lettuce, carrots, turnips, and whatnot, along with numerous fruit varieties like figs, apples, pears, cherries, plums, peaches, and citrus fruits. An important development in the Mediterranean diet occurred in the 8th century after Christ, when Moors occupied the Spanish peninsula. These people introduced rice, lemons, eggplants, saffron, and other spices. All these products, they gradually spread to the entire Mediterranean basin. The occupation of Moors ended in 1492, the same year that Christopher Columbus arrived in the New World. And when he returned to Spain with tomatoes and peppers, they became an integral part of the region. The present form of this diet began in the 1960s, after it recognized that people living in the Mediterranean countries die less from coronary heart diseases as compared to people in US and other parts of Europe. Even the World Health Organization has recognized this as a healthy and sustainable dietary pattern. A lot of studies have indicated that Mediterranean diet can help to lose weight, prevent heart attacks, strokes, type 2 diabetes, and premature death. However, in 1993, the Harvard School of Public Health, Always Preservation and Exchange Trust, and the European Office of the World Health Organization, they introduced the Mediterranean Diet Pyramid as a guide to help people familiarize with the most common foods of the region. It's more of an eating pattern than a strictly regimented diet plan. This pyramid emphasized certain foods based on the dietary traditions of Crete, Greece, the southern Italy during the mid-20th century. At that time, these countries displayed very low rates of diseases and an average adult life expectancy, despite having limited access to healthcare. It was believed that the diet consisted mainly of fruits, vegetables, beans, nuts, whole grains, fish, olive oil, and small amounts of dairy and red wine. This pyramid also highlighted daily exercise and the beneficial social aspects of eating meals together. You do not have to live near the Mediterranean Sea to get all the benefits from this diet. And as I've mentioned before, the best part is that there are no concrete rules for how to follow this diet. There are general guidelines you can follow to incorporate the principles of the diet into your daily routine. Exactly which foods belong to the Mediterranean diet is kind of controversial, mainly because there's variation between countries. So here I want to give you some insight on what foods you can include in your diet to follow this whole lifestyle. And not just diet alone, the Mediterranean lifestyle also involves regular physical activity, sharing meals with other people, and minimizing stress levels. You can add vegetables to your diets like tomatoes, broccoli, kale, spinach, onions, cauliflower, carrots, Brussels sprouts, cucumbers, potatoes, sweet potatoes, turnips, kale, broccoli, zucchini, etc. Since the region is home to the world's best fruit-growing orchards, it is recommended to have a healthy intake of them, like apples, bananas, citrus fruits, pears, strawberries, grapes, dates, figs, melons, peaches, and whatnot. You can stick to whatever is available in the season. A handful of nuts and seeds like almonds, macadamia nuts, hazelnuts, cashews, sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, or almond butter and peanut butter can be used to increase your satiety and have a healthy fat kick in. Whole grains like oats, brown rice, rye, barley, corn, buckwheat, and whole wheat should be included in your diets. It would be foolish not to include seafood in this diet's food categories. Salmons, sardines, trout, tuna, mackerel, shrimps, oysters, crabs, and other types of seafood once in a while does a lot of good. Being in the category of non-vegetarian foods, white meat like chicken and turkey is preferred over red meat. Healthy fats, especially extra virgin olive oil, olives, avocados, avocado oil are a major component of all the countries of the Mediterranean, and they attribute to an overall good health of people here. You must limit processed foods and ingredients when following the Mediterranean diet, like food products which have extra added sugar in them, like sodas, candies, ice cream, table sugar, baked goods, and refined grains like white bread, pasta made from refined flour, chips, and crackers. You should totally throw out margarine, fried foods, and other processed foods. Refined oils should also be avoided. Overall, anything which is highly processed must be limited. Moving on to beverages, water should be your go-to choice on a Mediterranean diet. This diet also includes moderate amounts of red wine, around 1 glass per day, but that's totally optional. Coffee and tea are also healthy beverage choices. You can adopt all these principles based on your lifestyle and dietary habits. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to throw out your entire routine that you've been following for years, but you can just navigate around it and try to incorporate as many elements from the Mediterranean diet as you can. Coupled with physical activity, it can reduce your risk of serious mental and physical health problems. The biggest benefit of the Mediterranean diet is that it is well studied, making its buzzed about benefits truly legit. The Mediterranean diet has been around for a very, very long time and is one of the eating plans that has been studied the most. Eating this type of diet can help to reduce obesity and type 2 diabetes, both of which can lead to heart diseases and stroke, among other health problems. High blood pressure is another condition associated with heart disease and stroke. Following the Mediterranean diet can reduce high blood pressure, thus reducing those serious health risks. It contains a naturally high level of antioxidants from a variety of colorful plant foods. Antioxidants are compounds that help to stop or slow down oxidative damage and reduce inflammation throughout the body, which is why they're often associated with a reduced risk of cancer and neurodegenerative diseases. Healthy fats like those found in nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish are a key element of Mediterranean diet. Omega-3 fatty acids, for instance, they lower the bad cholesterol and raise the good HDL cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and improve insulin resistance. High levels of fiber and antioxidants from a variety of vegetable, fruits, and red wine have cardioprotective effects. Largely due to these improvements in heart health, the Mediterranean is also associated with an increased lifespan. And unlike other popular diet plans, this is big on whole grains and other healthy carbs, that comes with big benefits. Consuming complex whole grains like carbohydrates, for example buckwheat, quinoa, instead of refined ones, they can help to keep your blood sugar level even and helps your all-around energy. For many of the same reasons that this diet is great for cancer prevention, it is also great for your brain health. Research has shown that Mediterranean diet may delay or reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease as well as depression. Higher dietary intake of carotenoids, antioxidants found in a number of fruits and vegetables has specially been linked to improved mood and optimism. The beauty of Mediterranean diet is that it's simple and doesn't require a lot of specialty ingredients. Remember, the Mediterranean region isn't just Greece. You can use flavors from France, Italy, Spain, and Portugal too. When we think of diet plans, we picture tasteless food with a lot of restrictions on eating. The Mediterranean diet might be an exception, as it contains the basics of healthy eating with traditional flavors and cooking methods of the Mediterranean. For thousands of years, the people of this region are eating this delicious diet. They never think of their eating habits as a diet plan. It is a simple way of living. And apparently, this tasty food becomes a healthy diet to live long and disease-free. The main idea is to eat real, whole foods and to largely avoid processed foods. In general, you would want to try to base your meals around fruits and vegetables, whole grains, beans, nuts, and legumes. Add in some healthy fats such as omega-3 rich fish or olive oil. And if you're in the mood for meat, stick to lean meats such as chicken or turkey. Though there is not one defined Mediterranean diet, this dietary pattern is generally rich in healthy plant foods and relatively lower in animal foods, with a focus on fish and seafood. It has been associated with numerous health benefits and may help to stabilize your blood sugar levels, promote your heart health, enhance brain function, and increase your lifespan. If you ever decide to go to this region, you can trace back the origins of the Roman Empire at ancient archaeological sites, witness priceless works of art, lounge at the lavish white sand beaches of the Mediterranean's pristine islands, and choose from a huge collection of culinary experiences to sample the region's delicacies from one country to the next. Thank you so much for sticking around with me on this episode of Foodology. I had an incredible time talking to you. This is radio host Devansh signing off. Hope you have a beautiful and a magical day ahead. See you soon.